win in that one playoff game. Barnetta coming in made a huge difference in this game.
Yeah. They need to be healthy for sure going into the postseason, which will start either Wednesday or Thursday. It's time right now to start our expanded post-game coverage, and for that, we go over to Dave Leno.
Thank you very much, JP. And as it stands right now, because New York City FC defeated the Columbus Crew SC by a score of 4-1, New York City FC will stay in second place. So that means the Union will be at the number 6 seed, and they'll face the number 3 in Toronto FC, headlined by Michael Bradley, Josie Altidore, and Sebastian Jovinko. Toronto, in fact, will stay at that number 3 because they won by a score of 3-2 over Chicago. Chicago in that matchup actually had the first goal by Michael DeLue, but then 3 unanswered by Toronto at home by Jovinko, Morrow, and Osorio. In this extended post-game show, we'll have interviews from Marissa Pilla down on the field and in the locker room. We'll also get analysis from the men you just heard from, JP Dellacamera and Tommy Smith. And in fact, let's go back to JP Dellacamera and Tommy Smith with Sporting Director Ernie Stewart.
Thank you, Dave. We have Ernie Stewart, the Sporting Director, with us. Ernie, let's talk about this season and your takeaway from how this team performed during 2016.
Obviously, first and foremost, I'm very pleased to be in the playoffs with this team. If I could have, wrote a script for the beginning of the season and that we would make the playoffs in my first season here, that'd be fantastic. So, great compliment to our coaching staff and our team. And when you look at the season, especially the beginning of the season, we were very, very, very good. I believe we did run into a rough patch during the season, and not so much playing-wise, but when it did come to results, we didn't really capitalize on a lot of chances that we had. We were in a lot of games, but didn't manage to clean those games off, and we got into the situation that we were a couple weeks back. But in the end, I'm very pleased that we're in the playoffs.
And a good scouting job. You discovered a really good right fullback. Tell us about Rosenberry.
Yeah, Keegan is one of those rookies that has done fantastic. He's one of those guys that he could probably play in almost every sport that there is. He's gifted on the ball. Obviously, he's young and still needs to learn something when it comes to defending. But at the same time, he's fantastic, and he's just a great player that came through, and it's just going to be better.
Ernie, you have to have good goalkeeping to win in this league, and the whole league was really talking about Andre Blake. What's your take on his performance this season?
Andre's been very good. Also a young goalkeeper, saved us in the beginning of the season a couple of games where he came up very, very big. So very pleased through the season with his performance, and it's not over yet.
Ernie, thanks so much. We'll look forward to talking to you during the postseason.
No problem. We'll do that.
Thanks,
Ernie, guys.
Ernie Stewart, Sporting Director, Philadelphia Union. Let's go back now to Dave.
Thank you very much, JP. And now downstairs to Marissa Pilla with head coach Jim Curtin.
Thanks, Dave. Jim, in the playoffs, I mean, thinking back to where this team was last year, how proud are you of this organization and what you've accomplished this season?
Yeah, it's a big accomplishment. We now have a ticket into the new season. So, we're in a position now where we go on the road to Toronto, which will be difficult, but we've proven we can play with anybody in this league, and we're confident we can go there and get a result and get our fans a home game like they deserve.
Now, after the game, I saw you go up to each individual player, shake their hand, say some words. What message were you conveying to them?
Yeah, it always feels bad when you lose, but at the same time, you can't lose track of all the good work that was put in this season, all the great years that were had by the players. I give them all the credit in the world, and I'm really proud of them. And to get in the playoffs where we should be as a club is special.
Is there any advice you're giving to these young guys now with eyes set on the playoffs, and a lot of them are inexperienced in that mindset?
Yeah, it's a quick turnaround now, so they can enjoy the moment tonight and celebrate a little bit, but it's a quick turnaround. We know we're going to Toronto, so that'll be a difficult task for us, but one we'll be up for. You never know how often you're going to get to play in big games like this in the playoffs, so it'll be a great learning experience for them. Our young players have stepped up in big games for us all year, so we'll hope that continues.
You addressed the crowd earlier. It's Fan Appreciation Night. Yeah. Can you give us a little bit of what you said to them?
Yeah, our fans are great. They've been behind us all year. They've supported us. They've made this place a very difficult place to play. We know we didn't end the year the right way. We aren't happy with how we finished, but it's a new season, like I said, and now we have a ticket to move on.
Thank you, Jim.
Thanks a lot.
Guys?
Thank you very much, Marissa. And let's take a look as Decision Day wraps up with the final totals in the Eastern Conference standings. As we mentioned, the Union will be situated in the number 6 spot, and they will play Toronto FC, who is at the number 3, and that's because New York City FC won their matchup over Columbus Crew SC. So a 3-6 matchup, the Union against Toronto FC. More of our postgame will continue from Chester in a moment.